Right. Hey, welcome everyone. Give me just a second so I can make sure our live stream is going here. Awesome. All right. Hey y'all. So I've got it started. So we've got looks like okay, so Finn, Philip, and Navia. Excellent. Okay, so everyone's here. Just give me a chance to input our seminar info here. All right. Okay, so welcome. Just a reminder to everyone. So as we get started, just make sure you've got your original sound on your device. If you've got an iPad, I can take you through how to do that, but um, we'll check on that when it comes to it. Tell us the name of your piece and the composer when you're ready, and then you can just go ahead and start, and I'll share the music so everybody can see. So let's go ahead and start with. Oh gosh, hold on. So let's start with Finn. Are you ready to start us out here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll go, let's see. So we'll go maybe Finn, Navia, and Philip. Does that sound good? So Finn, are you ready to start?
Yeah.
All right. And what will you be playing for us today?
I'm gonna be playing Minuet in G by Bach. I
All right.
think it's from Bach. It says from the notebook of Anna Magandela Bach, so I'm
Yeah.
assuming Bach.
It's they thought it was Bach for a while. I think they've figured out it's some other guy that he wrote it down in this book. But anyway. So yeah. It's from that. It's from that notebook. All right, whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, great work, Finn. So that was sounding really good, and that was memorized. I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So really nicely done. I thought the consistency of your pulse was really nice, and um you did it without sounding like really metronomic. Everything was flowing and connected, sounded very musical, but it was also very nice and even in your tempo. So that sounded really secure. How did you feel that went?
I thought I did good. I just messed up at a few places. I had a little slip up, I think, twice. And I did get a little faster. I can't remember where, but I did speed up a tiny bit.
Yeah, and I mean that's it happens. It's fine. Especially like if this is one of your first performances memorized, that's totally fine. The important thing is that you keep if you play a note or something that's off, you just keep going right through it. So that's different maybe than when you practice, you want to like notice things that are wrong and do it until you get it right. When you're performing, just practice letting it go and just move on. Right. So that was nice. So it's pretty, probably in the second section. Um, you might want to go back and strengthen your memory, do a little bit of line by line practice for some of these parts and build it for memory. I think it's always helpful to build it backwards from the last line, then add on these two, then add on these two, then add on these two. Um, but yeah, so overall, I thought that was sounding terrific. You had a nice, it was very very musical, and you also had a nice and secure sounding tempo and hand movements. So nicely done. Thanks, Ben. Great job. All right, so let's go over to Navi. Are you ready to play?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And what are you playing for us today?
I'm gonna be playing Lunar Eclipse.
Okay, terrific. All right, and whenever you're ready to start, go ahead. Okay, great work, Navi. I thought this was really nicely done, especially with the um your pedaling was sounding nice and the notes were all very clean with the pedal. Um yeah, so you got all the I think you got a lot of the effects there with the tenuto notes in the right hand that I mean, excuse me, the left hand. That was really coming out well. How did you feel that went?
I thought it was good. I think I speeded up a little bit, like
Mhm.
when I like replayed the first part again.
Oh yeah, maybe a little bit. It wasn't, it says moving freely, so we there's a little there's a little bit of leeway there, I think. Um, there's nothing disturbing, so I thought that was nicely done. Um, can you try? So let's can you try one thing for me? So your pedaling and your playing in this middle section here was very well done. I want to see if we can get a bigger contrast between the held note being mezzo forte and then these other voices being piano. So can you try for me? Let's set up. Can you try leaving out the upper voice? Can you play me just these chords? And let's just start with these two measures right here.
Okay.
So just play those inner voice chords. Yeah. Mhm. So try, can you do you feel what it's like now? So play that one more time. Sorry. Play those chords one more time. Yeah, and so feel the shape that you're setting your hands in. Um, oops, excuse me, wrong. Right. So feel the shape that your hands are in. One more time with that, especially with that seventh in the left hand. Kind of get your fingers set. Play that one more time. Yeah. Right. So what I want you to think about is set your hand, especially your left hand. Have your fingers already touching the keys and then drop, use your hand to kind of drop in your fingers. Don't come in like that. Does that make sense? Try that one more time with your thumb too. Mm-hmm. And since you've got the pedal, you can touch and come back out, right? You can go instead of you don't have to be too heavy. Try one more time. Yeah, good, right? So now let's combine it. Now to make this upper voice mezzo forte, start above that key and really drop your third finger in. So you should hear that E flat ringing out. Yeah, now keep going, try the next one. Exact same motions. Yeah, so can you hear the difference with that? Yeah, did you feel the different um the different ways of dropping into the keys versus so to get that night and mezzo forte note drop from above, really drop your hand. Then for the other chords, set up your fingers on the keys and just kind of dip in. Right. And you did. I could hear the difference in sound. Did you hear that was a bigger contrast?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I think that had a nice effect. So that was the one point of detail I want to see if we could get a little bit more difference there, and you really could. So that's probably the trickiest part. So nice job bringing that out. Um, okay, so yeah, really well done. Thanks, Navi. Thanks for trying that out. I think that makes a difference. So watch out for that in other pieces. That's kind of a special effect in this piece, but anytime you want a melody to come out more and you've got like chords or something that need to go more in the background and not be too loud, think about the difference in those motions that we just did. That's a good way to get that contrast. Nicely done that. All right, so let's go over to Philip now. Philip, are you ready to play?
Yeah,
Okay, great job. And what are you playing today?
I'm playing Sonatina by Khachaturian.
Oh, all right. Okay, whenever you're ready. All right. Excellent job there. Okay, nice, Philip. So this is a big piece. That was great. Um, so I mean, overall, this was very confident. I thought it was well done. How did you feel about that?
I think it was good. I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it was,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, this was all sounding. Oh, let me back up here. Um, I actually thought I felt like it got stronger as you got more towards the end. Um,
Yeah.
where I'm trying to find, sorry, I'm trying to look at this spot here. So one thing that I really liked about the end is I thought you got more into this rhythm right here. Let me see if I can highlight it right. So this idea comes back a lot earlier than this. I really felt like this was locking in a lot better as you got into these final pages, right? So with a and you know he explicitly is putting notice he's explicitly wanting you to accent the 3+3+2 grouping of it. Um, so can we try? I mean, I know this is a lengthy piece, so we're not gonna get everything in here. Um, I just wanted to go somewhere near the beginning where that happens, right? Martellato. Um, I think what can happen here because it's so like um you know, because it's so moto perpetuo, it's got, you know, it's just constant 16th notes and we're running. Um, when you break out of that, right, in this part, you've got the bump. What do you know what martellato means?
No.
Hammered, hammered. So I
Uh,
think so. One thing to do here, I think, to counter the urge to rush when it's just eighth notes instead of 16th notes. Um, really make sure you're coming down, you know, bringing your hand dropping down on those keys to really hammer, right, to hammer the notes. Also notice you get a touch of pedal with each accent, which really emphasizes the 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. So can you try, is there a good place to get into this just to try that out a little bit?
yeah.
Nice. um and let's see, can we go, because there was another one. Oh yeah, then you get it here where it doesn't say martellato, but it says non legato, right? um and same thing, notice where is your pedal. Your pedal is happening with the right hand pattern, not with the left hand pattern. So can we try, oh gosh, I know, it's sorry, I know there's like not a good way to get into this. um
I can start from there.
yeah, better. Yeah, so I thought that was actually better, right? So make sure, I think so. Yeah, there's a tendency. I was noticing this more in the beginning. Like I said, as you got to the end, it really started to lock in more, and you started to feel that the accent pattern in that. Um, in the beginning here, I think part of it is because you've got all the 16th notes. When you get to the eighth notes, you're like and you get through these till you get to the 16th notes again, right? Because you're just focusing on all the runs and stuff. Really, so I think the way to combat that is to really think about that new the new that accent pattern, the 3+3+2 eighth notes, to make sure that you're not rushing. And that sounded better. And you have the touch of pedal. Um, honestly, it should be weirdly, right? It should be kind of a, I don't want to say like a resting point, but it's kind of like, oh, 16th, right, and then you can, so it's almost like a different, it's a break from the 16th notes,
Yeah.
even though it's still very energetic. So use that mentally as a way to keep yourself from rushing through it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So and this was sounding really good. And I think honestly, I might have a little bit more, not too much pedal. But experiment around with having a tiny bit more pedal. Like when you went in those parts when you need to dip the pedal, like make sure you're really dipping in lower so you get a little bit more resonance. Um, but, but honestly, that was nicely done. Um, all right. Yeah, thanks. And thank you everyone for playing. Thanks, Philip. Great work, y'all. Trying to see what, oh, and it's almost time to go. So we are all good. Thank you all three for playing. Great work now on your performances. I'll see you next time you play. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.